Coming up on this edition of Carolina Insider, find out which event is replacing the spring football game. And Gamecock baseball falls short against Clemson.
I believe Coach Maneri has been doing it for a long time. Let him do his job, I'll do my job.
But first, women's basketball looks to take home their fourth straight SEC tournament title. Carolina Insider starts now. Hello, and thank you for joining us for Carolina Insider Sports Edition. I'm Allie Popelarczyk. Our top story today, the SEC tournament is underway in Greenville, but the women's basketball team has yet to score a bucket. That's because as the number 1 seed, they don't play until the quarterfinals. They'll play tomorrow against the winner of today's 11 o'clock game. If the Gamecocks secure a win, the team heads to the semifinals scheduled for 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. If you aren't driving to Bon Secours Arena to watch in person, you can catch the game on ESPN2. The women aren't the only ones on the move. As Carolina Insider's Patrick Jackson explains, the team's play-by-play caller had to join the fans in the stands.
Ball in the air, tip controlled by the Gamecock.
Brad Muller has been doing play-by-play for USC women's basketball on the radio for 19 years.
You got to let people know what's going on and try to make it fun as well, because it's sports. It's supposed to be fun.
But he'll have to let people know what is going on from a bit further away than he's used to. Muller and dozens of radio announcers are being moved from the current media row, here by the court, to their new spot, here by the fans.
I was a little disappointed because this has been going on in other conferences and at NCAA tournament for probably 6-7 years.
It's about money. USC can sell the space by the court as luxury seating. This year, the seats brought in $400,000.
To be clear, I understand the need to generate revenue in today's world. It just makes our job a little bit more difficult.
Muller used to sit here with the action right in front of him, but now he's all the way up here. Hard to see numbers from all the way up here.
For Carolina Insider, I'm Patrick Jackson.
Gamecock softball will step into conference play this weekend after going 15-6 through the first month of the season. The team kicks off its SEC schedule by hosting the number 3 Texas Longhorns at Beckham Field starting tomorrow. Number 22 ranked South Carolina is one of the 11 SEC teams ranked in the national polls, and Texas will be just the first of many in the conference slate. The Gamecocks went 4-1 this past weekend in the Garnet and Black Invitational. The team hosted Marist, UAB, and Queens University. South Carolina outscored its opponents 41-11 across 5 games. The team's 25-4 victory over Queens was a highlight of the weekend. Sophomore third baseman Tate Davis hit her first career grand slam in the second inning. In baseball, the men swung into the Palmetto Series with a chance to redeem themselves against rival Clemson. Here with the details about that in today's Garnet Report is Kinsley Nicholson. Kinsley?
Thanks, Allie. I'm here at Founders Park, where the Clemson Tigers and South Carolina Gamecocks kicked off the Palmetto Series on Friday night. Carolina struck first, shutting out Clemson 7-0, their first shutout over the Tigers since 2017. Freshman Josh Gunther led the way with 7 scoreless innings and 10 strikeouts, but Clemson responded. The Tigers took Saturday and Sunday to win the series 2-1. Out of the bullpen Saturday, Brandon Stone kept Carolina in it with more than 4 strong innings.
Teammate, do whatever you can and fight, don't get tired and off, and just try to get your team that up.
Now, South Carolina hosts Princeton this weekend, including a Saturday doubleheader before traveling to the Citadel Tuesday night. After a rivalry weekend filled with emotion, the focus now shifts to building consistency as the Gamecocks look to regain momentum heading deeper into the season. Back to you in the studio, Allie.
Shifting to high school sports, changes are coming for the South Carolina High School League. According to the state newspaper, Commissioner Jerome Singleton announced this week he's retiring, with 5 years still left on his contract. His retirement comes amidst proposed legislation that would abolish SCHSL and create a state-controlled athletic association. That bill has recently moved out of committee and began debate this week. To wrap up today with some football news-ish, Gamecock Athletics will not host a spring game this year due to construction at Williams-Brice. Another event will take place at Colonial Life Arena called the Garnet and Black Spring Fest on April 11th. There will be a free block party that afternoon in Foundation Square that will include a meet and greet with USC football players. Then later, a concert featuring Carolina native Darius Rucker and guest Lauren Elena. General admission tickets to the event are going fast, but some are still on sale for $30 on Ticketmaster. The show begins at 7 with doors opening at 6. That's it for this edition of Carolina Insider, a student production here in the Kennedy Greenhouse studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communications. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here after spring break.